So there's a little secret out there in the RV community. Actually, it's about the RV community and it's among RV dealers that most RVers are unaware of. And I don't think anyone has really addressed it, but we're going to bring it up today. Welcome to Wingman Nation, everyone. Hope you're having a great week and that you're ready to become, well, among some of the smartest RVers in the country, because what you're going to hear is not being said anywhere else. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Yes, you're about to hear about an issue, a real issue for many RV dealers that folks who are RVers learn about the hard way. But we're going to start off by talking about RV warranties and how crappy many of them are. And with all the junk RVs that were made back in 2021 and 2022 especially, because of the COVID crisis and the parts shortages, there were a ton of RVs that were just plain horrible coming off the line. So where are all those crappy RVs today? Well, they're out there. They are. They're all around. They were sold. Yep. And many a camper is sorry for their purchase. Now, not everybody, but too many of them are. Up now, we're going to start out talking about RV warranties. Then we're going to visit about this huge, not so well-known problem that many RV dealers are having, and a whole lot more, with one of the most honest RV dealers in the country. He's also one of the smartest human beings I have ever known. My friend Kevin Frazer from Cheyenne Camping Center. He's truly one of a kind. I want to talk about warranties. I want to listen to you about warranties, but RV warranties to me, and we've talked about them before, they're not long enough, and it's really more things that they don't cover than do cover. And if you have a 1-year warranty on an RV, isn't it true that many times the warranty problem doesn't show up until the warranty expires? And then what do you do?
That's largely true of everything. I should hasten to add, there's a lot of precedent, legal, regulatory stuff around warranties that was brought about by litigation going back a lot of years. So manufacturers are always careful not to honor a claim that's made outside the warranty. Now, if you want to have no troubles with your RV, the first and critical function is to make sure that the dealer properly prepped it and got all the gremlins off it before you ever used it. I've told you before, we do a double prep, and in 22, when quality suffered a mite, we were doing triples. Now, if you got that going for you, anything that's going to go wrong is probably going to show up in the first year. And the important, critical, expensive bits, air conditioners and other appliances, are typically warranted for 2 or even 3 years. Now, do I think that you should invest in one of those extended service protection plans? I've always been, I fix my own stuff, so I've always been against that. But if it's not more than 10% of the RV, get one of those, and then you got no more worries because it'll be taken care of. But it relies upon a tech that knows how to fix things. And I got bad news for your listeners. There's been a ton of layoffs at RV dealers. People have been getting rid of their technicians. People have been laying people off because business is real bad. And then even if they call them back, I told you there was a local dealer that on December 19th, they laid off 85% of their staff. Then they had a call back in March. They didn't get everybody back. You think they got the good ones? No, they didn't. So now there's very few good techs working. So maybe, and I know this goes against what I've said in the past, maybe people should have an ESP, an extended service protection plan, because the thing about the ESP is you call them up and tell them your fongulated Zorch fell off. They're going to not just cover the repair, they're going to be able to recommend a proper technician that's nearby. Is that a good idea?
If I have an ESP, if I purchased an ESP, let's just say it's a 5-year extended service protection plan, but I got a 1-year warranty on my RV, do they run concurrently? I mean, at the same time, so I'm wasting 1 full year of that extended service protection plan that I have to pay for?
That's exactly right. But that's why when you put an ESP on a brand new unit, it's cheaper than if you're buying an ESP on a 1-year-old unit. They're taking that into consideration. The cost, and they will subordinate too. So if an ESP company pays a claim on a trailer and it's turned into the ESP company, they will then make a subordinated claim to, say, Winnebago to get their money back for the repairs that were done that should have been covered by warranty.
I know I work
So
with
the answer to your
another.
question is no, it's worked in. It's worked in.
I work with, as you know, PPL, who is a consignment dealer. And when they take somebody's RV on consignment, they tell them, don't cancel your extended service plan until after they find a buyer, because they have to warrant basically so many items that are going to be working when they sell that unit. And you don't want to cancel your policy and get all your money back when just keep the policy running for a couple of months until they can sell it. Because if you have a bad water heater or air conditioner or whatever, that will fall under the ESP. I think it's a really good idea, but
That's good advice because you don't want to get that surprise. And by law, the ESP company must refund a pro rata amount. If you got a 7-year ESP and you've had it for 5 years, you get 2 out of 7 back if you make the claim. But people always got to remember to make the claim.
right, right. I'm going to put a link up, folks. Kevin has got a form that if you happen to purchase through Camping World and you have an extended service protection plan, that link is still good, isn't it, Kevin? Where
Oh
instructions on
yeah,
how to.
sure. And it works for everybody's ESP. It's basically the same instructions for everybody's ESP. You just got to go through it. And you're entitled to the refund by law. Don't let anybody talk you out of
Yeah, but if you're going to trade your thing in, your RV in, or you're going to put it on consignment, don't cancel. At least I wouldn't suggest canceling it until after you've got a ready, willing buyer. But I had this crazy idea. What if a dealer said, "Hey, if you can bring your RV back before the warranty expires, let us do a run through of it." And maybe charge them a little bit of money. Look at the seals and look for but look for anything that me as a consumer I might have overlooked, and have them give it the once over, because once it's out of warranty, I am on my own.
it. It is a wonderful idea, but it's been exploited by the charlatans who find a whole list of things that need to be repaired or attended to that aren't covered by your warranty. So that's a great idea if people would just adhere to it. Yeah, have you ever heard of these forever warranties? Somebody buys an RV and it never goes out of warranty. Do you know about those?
I've heard of it. You want to talk about it? What are your thoughts?
No, it's a racket. What it is you are required to return to the selling dealer. Say the selling dealer's in Louisiana or in Kentucky. And
Mhm.
you need to at least once a year, and some of the policies provide twice a year, you must return to the selling dealer for preventative maintenance at least once a year, and then you have a bill for $500,000. It's a constant risk to keep that forever warranty in place.
You
Yeah,
keep
I don't like that the world's like that, but that's the truth.
So you went from I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, you were not a big fan of ESPs, and not saying that you're a big fan of them, but at least now you're saying you think people ought to consider them uh, with the quality of units that are coming out.
It's more like the quality of technicians that we've lost. And I must reinforce this. You should never pay more for an ESP than 10% of the value of the RV. I see numbers that are off the hook. But if you're going to buy an ESP, just don't pay more than 10% more. And suppose that you are mechanically inclined or you understand how to fix things, you can take the risk and not get an ESP.
So the little RV tech shortage really is a thing. Did you know about this? Does it make sense? I don't know about you, but I hear a lot of stories about people picking up their RV after the dealer was supposed to make a repair, only to find out not only was the repair not fixed, but they caused other damage to the RV while waiting on the repairs to be done. Are you seeing that? And with a steep decline in RV sales, there are a lot of RV dealers that I believe will be gone in the next 12 months. I hope it doesn't happen. I mean it. But hey, I'm the Wingman, and I just tell you what I see. You can believe it or not, but I hope that you will at least think about it. How about the forever warranty also? I admit it does sound good. It does. But when you look into it, I think that you'll agree with Kevin Frazer. It's pretty much a racket for the dealer. By the way, regarding those ESPs that we discussed, if you are way upside down on your RV loan, and many people are, if you bought an ESP, you can cancel it and get the unused portion of what you already paid. You can get it back, put it down against your loan balance, and it may be a good financial decision, because in many cases this can amount to $5 or $6 grand or even more. Now, a link to the exact paperwork on how to cancel your ESP and get a refund of your unused premium is down below in the description of this video. All you got to do is click on it and follow the instructions. And by law, as Kevin said, they have to give you a refund. Finally, Kevin Frazer is one of the most honest, humble, smartest human beings I've ever met. And he runs one heck of a great RV dealership at Cheyenne Camping Center. And I wholeheartedly endorse him. I suggest that when it's time for you to buy your next RV, you give him a shout and the opportunity to earn your business. I think you'll love him too. All right, I hope you learned something today and that you will help others by being a good wingman or wing woman for other folks. I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.